Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got a quick little get ready with me video for y'all today for this look right here, playing with some newer products from Milani. So I've got some of the Gilded Mini palettes, and then I've got some of their Conceal and Perfect products. So just gonna be kind of playing with these on my face, doing this makeup look, and doing a little get ready with me with you guys today. So if you are new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do get ready with me's, new with drugstore, reviews, favorites, empties, just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we are doing this look with some Milani products. So let's get to it. Okay, so I've already applied my brows, a little bit of CC cream. So let's jump in. I'm gonna use first this Milani Gilded Mini palette, the one in Whiskey Business, which is definitely one of my favorite products recently. I think this is so good. I'm gonna get this one right here. Let me come a little closer to the camera. Okay, so this one right here. I'm gonna put this kind of all over my lid and into my crease and just kind of diffuse this. I mean, you can see instant pigmentation, really nice and pigmented. And then I kind of lighten up the pressure the higher up I go to blend that out. I mean, you could just do that as your eye look. So easy. Okay, now I'm gonna get a little combination of this one, I think, and a little bit of that. Just a little bit, because these are pigmented for sure. And put this in my outer corner and kind of diffuse this out, sort of blend it. You can see it's real pigmented, so you do not need a lot of product, but then it blends out so nicely. Pretty. Okay, I want kind of a lighter, slightly lighter lid, so I'm gonna take this one and a little bit of that. Just, let's do a little combo of them. Let's just mix those two. Tap off my brush and then put this on my lid and kind of blend this over. I really don't do all matte eye looks very often, but when I do, I end up really liking them, so I should maybe do this more often. Okay, and then I'm gonna use the deepest shade as my liner. So I'm gonna get it on an angled brush, tap off my brush, spray it with some setting spray, and apply this as my eyeliner. These work really well as a smudgy liner too, like just kind of getting a really tiny brush and sort of smudging it into the lash line with no setting spray. That works really well too. I love that look. I'm gonna use this little sample of this Milani highly rated anti-gravity mascara. It's a little sample size, so it doesn't seem to have a ton of product in it, but I do still like it. I think I'd like it even more in the full size. There's one coat. I mean, it's pretty. Okay, let's move on to these Conceal and Perfect products. So I'm gonna start with the color corrector. Well, this says under eye brightener. So the color corrector under eye brightener product. And I have 01 Rose. This is a really nice color corrector. I find that it doesn't have a ton of coverage, and I've used a ton of these kind of products from various brands, and it kind of seems to vary as far as if that product has more just color correcting properties to it or if it has coverage along with that. And this seems to have more of just the color correcting properties and not as much coverage to it. So I pretty much always use these kind of products with a concealer with it. So it's not a make it or break it thing for me, but I do love it when products do have a little bit more coverage to them, because then I find that I have to use less concealer that way. So I think this is a good one. I like it, but it's not my favorite color corrector ever. So hopefully you can kind of see there. So definitely did color correct, but I just need more coverage. So I'm gonna take a little bit of concealer. I'm gonna use the NYX Bare with me. That's what I have in here with me right now. And apply this. This is too light. I need a different color in this. There's a difference with concealer. Definitely like pairing this with a concealer. Going ahead and setting my face. If you want really kind of the best blend, you know, I'm using cream products next, so it would be better not to set my face probably, but I usually go ahead and set my face with powder, and then as long as I use like a stipple brush and kind of stipple it onto my skin, I don't really find that I have blending issues. So you can kind of do what works best for you. Now I'm going to use the liquid contour. I have it in 01 Honey. So I didn't even mention, but these have the squeezy tube kind of applicator. There's no kind of closure that I can see. It's really just you squeeze it and more product comes out. So I'm going to squeeze and get a little bit more product. That's probably too much. And then that's way too much for sure. And then I'm going to blend it with a small stipple brush and work quickly. I don't find that these set down too quickly. I mean, you do have some playtime with them and they blend really well. I mean, they don't end up looking patchy, which I like. I like this honey color pretty well. It almost, like, I wish it leaned a little bit more on the rosy side. It kind of is a little bit more on the neutral, it doesn't have a lot of pink in it. I would like it even more if it had more pink in it. I have too much product on. It's so funny. I always like liquid contour better on this cheek than I do on this cheek, because this is my cheek where I have more kind of broken capillaries and a little bit more texture. I feel like it just always looks better on this cheek. Then the liquid highlighter. So I have the shade 01 Lunar. It's a really pretty golden shade. So I'm just gonna get a little bit on this brush. This is a Real Techniques setting brush. And I'm just gonna kind of lightly tap this on. This is really pretty. I like this a lot. And then over that I'm going to use a blush, but I'm actually going to use some shadows from this little palette, the Gilded Mini in It's All Rosé. I'm going to use a couple of these as my blush. It's going to be a little challenging, but I'm going to get a little bit of this matte shade with a little bit of that one. So I'm going to use this as my blush, kind of tap it on the back of my hand. I'm using a smaller brush so I could really get in there. Just gonna kind of buff and stipple this on my cheeks. I don't love this brush for the type of bristles. It's a little bit scratchy and the bristles come out, but I'm using it because of the size. Okay, and the last stuff for lips, I grabbed several different options. I love these lipsticks from Milani. Let's start with this one, and then I might add one of the deeper shades in too. This is Peony. Yeah, let's start with this one. Oh, I like that kind of a neutral sort of pink. Okay, so here is the finished look. So definitely some products in here that I really, really like. I especially love the Gilded Mini palettes. I mean, I just think these are really nice, especially the Whiskey Business. This is just such a beautiful matte palette, great for by itself, but also for pairing with other things. I love it every time I put it on my eyes. I really, really like that. And then I also do really like these. I don't reach for cream or liquid contour very often at all. So I would say these are definitely my two favorites. This one, I like it. I wish it had a little bit more coverage, but I like it paired with a concealer. And I do really like this highlighter. I think it's very beautiful, nice on the skin. It's a good one. All right, you guys, so that wraps up this video. So I hope that you really enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you have been loving recently. I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.